African community is seeking to have European Union member states collectively commit to sharing at least 20% of their special drawing rights to poorer and vulnerable countries in need. This week on EAC Integration, Betty Kiptum tells us why an increase in special drawing rights for Africa would drive faster economic recovery from COVID-19 disruptions.
Even though numbers show that COVID-19 infections and deaths in Africa have not been high when compared to developed countries in other continents, the economic impact the pandemic has had on Africa is far worse. This ranges from reductions in trade, stalled economic activity, capital flight, and depletion of foreign exchange reserves. In 2020, the G7 Finance resolved to support a sizable increase in the International Monetary Fund's special drawing rights to help provide additional resources to help poor countries weather the impact of the pandemic. This increased the allocation from 6.4% to 33% of special drawing rights to low and middle income African countries. In 2021, EAC member states were allocated 0.37% of the IMF special drawing rights. Of the total 476 billion special drawing rights, EAC member states received 1.78 billion SDR. Of this, Kenya received the biggest chunk of 520.2 million special drawing rights, while Tanzania got 381.3 million special drawing rights. Now the EAC is seeking to have the commitment from the EU to share 20% of their special drawing rights with poorer and vulnerable countries. This would avail more funds to support recovery and accelerate economic growth. EAC Secretary General Peter Mathuki, who addressed the European Parliament Committee on International Trade and Investment Relations, urged the EU to consider addressing the financial needs of least developed countries and developing countries whose policy space has narrowed due to rising public debt, loss of fiscal revenue, and increased inflation due to the impact of COVID-19. The EAC community is also calling on the EU to support the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area through the strengthening of regional trade facilitation, infrastructure development, and capacity building, especially for SMEs.